what's going on YouTube? It's Darth Cinema here. I'm here today with Norway, and we're going to do something a little bit different from our normal reviews. As you all know, for any of you who are interested in the company Rooster Teeth, they recently launched RWBY Season 2, or Volume 2. So, to celebrate this, Norway and I are going to take a look back at Volume 1, which we have right here on Blu-ray, and we're going to be watching each episode and giving our thoughts on its first season. Does it hold up now like it did back then? Is the hype real leading up to it? We're going to find out. So, without further ado, let's jump into our first episode, Ruby Rose. Hope you all enjoy this series, guys.
And why wasn't Japan brought in for this?
I don't know. Let's continue. So, we just got done watching episode 1, Ruby Rose. Not a bad start to the season. Now, the thing that'll probably turn off a lot of people, because I will say when I heard about RWBY and Red vs. Blue Red vs. Blue's season was coming to an end, I believe it was season 10. Yes, season 10 was ending. I'm not sure, but people are going to correct me in the comments below if I'm wrong. The Red vs. Blue season just ended, and when the promotional material for RWBY came out, I didn't really pay much attention to it, except for the first trailer. What about you? Did you really pay any attention to that?
I honestly didn't know about it until a few of my other friends told me about it, to be honest.
Really? So what were your thoughts on the first episode?
How do I put this nicely? Exposition.
Yeah, the one thing when you're introducing a new world like this, it's not like Red vs. Blue where it's just everyone knows about the Halo universe and you're just sticking two teams in a canyon. That was easy. But in this case, you're creating a whole new world, no one's heard of it before, and you have to shove out exposition to the max. What kind of world are we dealing with here? What's the kind of life that people live? And
quite honestly, I feel the exposition could have been done better if spread out over time.
I agree, but I looking back on it now, it's kind of hard for them to see them do it any other way. But I thought it was
different ways off the top of my head.
Okay, probably. I just thought it fit for for how I saw it. Anyway, we're introduced to our first character for RWBY, which was Ruby Rose. Obviously, I like her. I like her attitude. It's a nice little innocent, an innocent little girl, which I thought was very,
typical.
Not typical.
It's typical.
An innocent girl carrying a huge scythe. That's not the kind of combination you would really expect.
Any fan of anime would expect that in their
yes, there are definitely anime influences in this show, from the character design to the ridiculous weapons that they have, which I will say, props to the guys who designed them. They look absolutely amazing. But looking at it we're not trying to look at it as an anime, we're trying to look at it as its own unique thing, and from what I saw, I like her, and she isn't annoying, which was good. It was...
Give her time. They always become annoying as it
You
goes
are really
on.
a pessimist about this show, aren't you?
I'm a pessimist about
You are a pessimist about anything. Alright. So, let's talk about, so yeah, the basic rundown for those of you who haven't watched it. A dust shop. A dust is like, what, the magical power that runs this whole world now.
It's more like magical ammunition, more like the mana you would get in most video games.
Yeah, it's being robbed by this guy named Roman Torchwick and his goons, and RWBY is just looking at a weapons magazine with some earphones over her head, playing the song that was used to promote this, This Will Be the Day, which, great song, by the way. Jeff Williams did a great job with that song.
Even I'll admit, the music is fantastic.
The music is fantastic, and I loved it. And we get a pretty interesting fight scene. Now, from what I heard, this was all done in Poser, And even with that, I thought the animation for our first season, that was pretty remarkable for what they did. And the little details, like with her hair and with her in the hood and cape, I thought it was really cool. The rose petal effect when she moved, I liked that.
I'm going to be the straight pessimist here. It's nothing that you couldn't have done on MMD.
That's true. That's true, but still, the animation did come out very well.
I've seen better animation on MMD videos.
Well, this is a short budget. This is a low budget online show.
MMD artists do this stuff for free.
You're not going to agree with me on this, are you?
No, I'm not.
This is going to be a delightful series. We'll see you guys later for episode 2.